Hello there, it's Ric Beattie. I'm the Senior Minister at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan, and it's my honor to welcome you to this midweek connection. I love being able to share some ideas with you. I usually do it here from my office, midweek, usually on Wednesday. And first of all, I want to thank those of you who have contributed to support the work that we do, not only here on this midweek connection, but Sunday services and an outreach program, all of the things that we do. I'm so grateful, and so grateful for the generosity of spirit and participation and finances that moves in people to bring them to a place of making a contribution. You can do that on our website at unityofroyaloak.org. That's unityofroyaloak, all one word, .org. And my email address is ric, okay, ric at unityofroyaloak.org. If you've not connected with us or there's a way I can support you, please let me know. If I can encourage you, I love nothing better than to help people grasp these principles that have so transformed my life over the years. I'm coming up on 68 years in a few weeks, and I think a lot about the journey that my life has been for about the last 40 years that has been positive and productive and has led me into such an amazing place of peace. In spite of all the stuff that happens in our lives, right? I've had my share as well. So anyway, so good to have you with us whenever it is that you're connecting with this message. Today I'm going to share with you a reading from this book called Healing Thoughts that Unity World Headquarters created in 2018. There's some powerful readings here, and I want to share one with you, and I do so with permission of Unity, who is the copyright holder and the publisher. And you know, everything in the Unity, everything in our teaching is really about healing. Healing of the relationship, the error thinking, that the way I used to think about God, healing of my relationships with me, with my past, with people around me, and I know it's a little late in the season for tie-dye, but I'm still loving it, so even though it's cool today. All right. Healing, and this is built around a Bible verse, Isaiah 58:8. Then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up quickly. Healing is about so much more than the physical condition. It is also an ongoing renewal of my thoughts. So I keep my beliefs about myself and the way I want to live positive. I'm careful about minding my thinking, minding my words, minding my feelings. Thoughts are things, right? They become things. I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman used to say often in her messages, I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. I keep my beliefs about myself and the way I want to live positive. Such a life-affirming attitude is in tune with my eternal and ageless spiritual nature. Whatever my expression of healing may be, healing of mind or body, it springs forth from God's Spirit within me. We call that the I Am, or the Christ presence. It has many names, many words that point to something that is beyond words. I think of it this way. God's life is the very life that lives me. The life of God is living me now. I'm grateful for it. My thoughts affirm the truth about me. I am an eternal and ageless spiritual being. Just take that in for a moment. Can you open yourself up enough to breathe it in? My thoughts affirm the truth about me. I am an eternal an ageless spiritual being. Oh, the body has been around a little over 67.9 years or whatever, but I am an eternal and ageless being because I am an expression of that life that is eternal. In unity we teach there is one presence and one power, everywhere present equally in its fullness. Now, if that's true of you, and it's true of me, if you're believing it's true of me, then please believe that it's true of you. Then it's also true of every other person on the planet. The ones you judge, the ones that you don't like, the ones that wish you weren't here, or that you wish weren't here. Both. Each one of us has that spark of divinity in us. Holding on to an image of wholeness may be difficult. When you're really in it, I have a dear friend who recently had to go through quite a surgery, and very unusual kind of surgery, rare. And the first weekend she was dealing with that, it was so difficult. Excuse me, difficult for her to remember who she really is. So this is the truth of it. Holding on to an image of wholeness may be difficult, particularly when I'm in the hospital, or I'm in great pain, or I'm hurting. Yet I know that the physical body is a home for the eternal spiritual being that I am. Such an understanding blesses me spiritually and physically. And the affirmation that they wrote for this one is, I am the healthy and whole being God created me to be. I am the healthy and whole being God created me to be. Now, was God like the puppet maker making Pinocchio, carving it out of wood? No. But God is that system of spiritual laws, that infinite intelligence that is unfolding itself through life and has unfolded itself as you and as me and every other person on this planet, and who knows how many beings of different types on different planets. So I'm going to start some music here. It is from a piece that Kim Lang, our creative director, wrote called Close Your Eyes. Meditation is turning away from the outer world, turning away from the noise of it, turning away from all the politics, all of the... And I've noticed that even YouTube is being infected with very targeted marketing, trying to elicit a response. So be careful what you're listening to. Maybe shut it all off and listen to the river, the sound of a river, or the wind blowing, or feel the wind blowing on your face. Sometimes we have to unplug. I'm at a place where it's time for me to unplug for a bit. I'm working on right now planning some time away because I have to renew myself. So listen to this music. With me. It's about closing your eyes. You can meditate with me with your eyes closed or wide open, it doesn't matter. Softly focused. Take a deep breath and let it out. And allow yourself to become centered and settled in the chair, or where you're sitting on the floor, or lying on a yoga mat, or in your recliner. It doesn't matter where you are right now. If you're driving, pull over and give yourself the gift of actually relaxing. And allow your attention to be on your breath. Notice the breath. and each breath that you take. And with each breath you take, allow yourself to relax a little bit more. A little bit more completely. And if you hear a noise that disturbs you or distracts you, or your mind wanders off, bring it gently back to your breath. Focus on the breath and then follow the next breath inward. And allow your mind to be present to yourself, to be focused on the inner life and not the noisy world around us. And now, friend, I invite you to hold yourself in the light and in the love of God. When was the last time you looked at yourself in a mirror, in a photograph, in a video, and said to yourself and meant it, I love you, just as you are, with all of your wounds and your scars and all of it. And I know there are people who connect with this Wednesday night who've gotten through a cancer treatment, are in it now, facing a diagnosis, have something else going on. They're not settled in their minds and hearts. You are so much more than you have ever thought you were. For you are the very vessel, the very instrument of God, writing and creating and expressing in the world. So know that you are loved and whole and holy. Know that you are not alone. Know that I am with you, the Master Teacher said, even to the end of the age. Remember, friends, that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well. All is well. So be it, and so it is.